What's going on? It is Jason. Whoop whoop. Ariga, that's a mighty good coupec. Yeah. Actually, I got a little bit of orange juice in there. And I know somebody specifically who puts orange juice in their coffee and they say it tastes delicious. I've never tried it, but I just had a little bit of orange juice on the rim of this, and actually it doesn't taste too bad. I don't know if you guys ever heard of anything like that, putting orange juice in your coffee, but I think I can get with it. I mean, I just love coffee, so it doesn't really matter. All right, how's everybody doing? I am gonna do my best to not sniffle. I noticed in a lot of my videos I'm so annoying, and I apologize. I apologize for the sniffling and the sniffing of the nose. That's so distracting, so I will do my best not to do that. I think it's more habitual now than it's anything. Like, I just get caught up with, I don't know. Anyway, how's everyone doing? If you're doing fine, drop a line. Boom! All right, and I'm gonna hop over to YouTube just to share the link with my pops because he likes to tune into these videos, so and test the audio. Boom! All right. And I'm gonna hop over to you. All right, share, copy. I just sniffed again. Dang it! Stop sniffling. And send this over to my pops. Get it out of my system. All right, here we go. All right, how's everybody doing? I am actually doing really well. So I have some good news. And some bad news. I mean, it's not necessarily bad news, but it definitely isn't. I don't know. I was expecting something different, but at the end, it is really good news. So, as you guys have noticed in my past videos, I've been talking about getting sick a lot. Like, I've been in this realm of being sick like once a month, and it's been annoying. I'll stay sick for like 5 to 7 days. It just is brutal. I hate it. I do have young kids, and they run around, they're little germ buckets, and we just pass it around like just a happy family, just passing these germs back and forth to my wife, to my kids, and then to me, who I consider myself immune compromised to a degree because I got valley fever, and that just like destroys your immune system. So went to the doctor, finally had an appointment with my primary care provider, and we did a bunch of labs, and we did a bunch of x-rays, and the results are, I got a clean bill of health. Like, he said, your labs are great, you got labs of like a 20-year-old, like, your chest x-ray came out perfect, like, there's no pneumonia in your lungs or anything like that, so you are fine. Like, don't worry, don't stress, like, because I was a little worried, like something else was going on inside of me, but at the end of the day, I got a clean bill of health, like, I'm okay, so that's good news, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating because I don't know why I'm getting sick all the time, other than the fact that I have young kids and I'm immune compromised is the only thing that I can come up with in my rational thinking. Like, I guess this is it. This is what I'm dealing with. So, yeah, I'm okay with it. And at the end of the day, all that matters is that I am okay. Like, I have good labs. Like, my liver's fine, my kidney's fine, my prostate's fine, my prostate is fine. Like, all the important stuff is good to go. And that's good news. So there is a little bit of bad news. So I have this hamstring issue because I've been running a lot. And I asked my primary care providers, like, I have this issue with my hamstring. I'll be fine. Like, walking around's perfectly okay. It doesn't bother me. Like, walking, sitting, stepping, whatever the case may be, perfectly okay. But as soon as I run, the thing tightens up and it starts to quiver. And he's like, well, you probably stressed it, maybe a small tear, but the bad news is if you want it to heal correctly, you got to stay off of it for 3 months. And I'm like, what? He goes, I know, it's terrible for somebody who's active as you are, who's running and putting in long distances. Not what they want to hear, to stop running for 3 months. But there's other forms of exercise. He's trying to like pad this thing to where I felt better. He's like, yeah, let's try not running for 3 months, heal it up, because what you want to be able to do is get back to the performance you were before you injured it. And that's the goal. Like, you don't want to keep pushing and kicking the can down the road to where you're not letting it heal and you're just causing more damage, and eventually, boom, lights out. You're not running for a very long time. So I'm going to listen. As hard as it is, I'm going to look at other forms of exercise, whether that's walking, swimming, maybe elliptical. I don't know if elliptical's even in the same realm as running, but yeah, I'm not going to run for 3 months. I'm not going to run for 3 months. So that's basically the bad news kind of that I got from the doctor. But I want it to heal, and everything's going to be okay, because I want to get back to where I was before I got injured. So that's where we're at. In this realm of getting older, and I got back issues. Like, I have this lower back. I had a 463L pallet. And for those that don't know or haven't been in the military, a 463L pallet is this huge metal. It's metal. It's an aluminum pallet that is made with balsa wood, and it's huge. And it's usually what we use to load equipment and cargo, and you net it up and you load it on airplanes. Earlier in my career, I had one of those fall, and I tried to catch it, and I'm holding it, and then like I tweaked my back. It put me in the hospital for like 3 or 4 days. I was in the hospital being monitored because I just could not move anything. Like, my back was just gone. I blew out 2 discs in my vertebrae. Yeah, I blew 2 discs out. And what's up, Joe Schmo? A year? Dude, that is insane. Taking a year off? Oh, man. Thanks for hopping in, Joe. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I mean, what I have to do, and this is what I said last week, is, or the week before, maybe it was last week, be grateful for the things that I do have. Don't focus on the things I don't. I am grateful that I have the ability to have 2 good legs. Like, I'm able to walk around. I just got a clean bill of health from the doctor. Like, I shouldn't be so focused on not being able to run for 3 months. Not being able to run for a year would probably, because it's such therapy for me to get out there and run, man. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you're running again. Obviously, I follow you on Strava, so you are running, and you are a phenomenal runner. Like, congrats to you, man. You kick out some killer paces there. But so yeah, I mean, I need to listen to my doctor. I don't need to be stubborn about this as much as it's discouraging, especially when I start making some progress and I'm clipping some good times and I'm feeling good about it. You know, I lost about 15 to 16 pounds. Like, I'm feeling light. I'm getting lighter. Like, I weighed myself. I'm 169 right now, which is I wish I was down to 158, 159, which would, my wife's like, are you insane? Like, you're just going to be skin and bones. But for running purposes, it's so good to be light. Like, you just feel it out there when you're just putting in long distances. Like, and it's, you know, losing weight is just a byproduct of out there, you know, and what you eat and stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, I can do it, man. And you're right. And that's a good attitude to have, and I need to be focused on being grateful and healthy and get back to a place to where when I go out and run, I'm able to perform close to what I was doing before I got injured. So you make a solid point there, Joe. Appreciate you, dude. That's good insight. See, like, this is what I love about YouTube. You connect with people, you build this community, and you get wisdom from other people that are just like, because when you're feeling it and you're like, feeling sorry for yourself, somebody can put it to perspective for you. Like, hey, wait, I had to take a year off, bro. Like, you can do 3 months, not a big deal. So thanks, Joe, for putting that into perspective for me. I appreciate you, dude. All right. But in this realm of actually feeling old, getting older, bodies broke down, got a bad back, and now a hamstring thing, my wife has been going to chiropractor. I don't know how you say it. She's going to a chiropractor. That's how you say it. So she's going there, and she's getting adjusted. She's got to do like 20 visits or something like that. And, each visit, and my wife does not like it. Like, she hates it. She hates feeling the adjustments. She gets nauseous when they start cracking her up and all that stuff. But she feels like it's helped. Like, it already helped with her neck. But my wife is what you call a triple S. She is a side/stomach/ sleeper. She is a triple S, side stomach sleeper. That's what she is. I'm a BS. Like, I'm full of BSS. I'm a back/side sleeper. That's what kind of sleeper I am. And we currently have like a Tempur-Pedic foamy mattress that was not very expensive. So I think we got like a cheaper brand than the actual Tempur-Pedic brand. And look, before I get going any further, I'm not discouraging where you buy a mattress, or I'm not discouraging cheap mattresses. I'm not trying to put that out in the universe. I've already have been taking some heat for something else that I've said earlier, but I don't want to sound like I'm coming from a place of privileged or what, because I am privileged. I have a beautiful family. I have a great career. My wife has a successful business. Like, we are very fortunate, and this is all coming from a place of privilege, and I understand that. So I don't want to sound discouraging. Wherever you purchase or whatever kind of mattress you have, that's okay. You do you, and that's good, and it could work perfectly for you. But the thing is, me and my wife are currently at a place in our life where we can't just roll up to Costco and buy a $200 mattress anymore. It's just, our bodies are too broken. We're at a place where we can afford a decent mattress, and that's okay. Like, these are good things and good problems to have, but at the same time, it's a little sad because I'm thinking like, and we sleep on a king because our golden doodle sometimes hops in our bed and sleeps with us, which I hate. And then our 5-year-old has been sleeping with us since he's a baby, which I'm not a fan of either. But at the same time, it is what it is. That's just our life. And so, yeah, I have a 5-year-old, a golden doodle, and my wife and I in this king-size bed. That's a Tempur-Pedic, not a very expensive Tempur-Pedic kind of mattress. Well, the mattress is, we've had it for 4 or 5 years now, and it's not serving us well. So we're mattress shopping, and we're trying to find a decent mattress. I'm checking Consumer Reports. We find that like the Casper mattress, like their deluxe whatever, is rated. They take the top 4 spots on Consumer Reports as far as a great quality mattress. We have a friend. My wife has a homie that works for Saatva. And so we went to a Saatva store today, which was in Scottsdale, which is kind of bougie. To me, I've never been to a mattress store before. I've never been in a place in my life where that's the type of mattress I'm buying, is where I have to go to a mattress store to test out mattresses. So I've always just rolled up to a Costco or a Walmart or Target or wherever and bought my mattress and called it good. Growing up, or like when I was a young single guy, like, in fact, I didn't have a bed for a long time. I slept on a futon, like a little roly-foamy thing that you buy at like a furniture store or whatever. That's the kind of stuff I slept on. So never did I ever imagine that we would be going to a soft luxury mattress store or whatever, to test out mattresses. And it was kind of a unique experience. You know, we roll up there, they got all these different kinds of mattresses to try out and test, and you know, I don't even know proper etiquette. I'm jumping on the mattresses. Yeah, I was like, oh, this feels good. And like this guy's like trying to unpackage these placement sheets, like throwaway sheets to like use. I'm just like ignoring that guy and like just hopping on these things. And I'm like, oh, I feel bad now. Sorry. I was like apologizing because I should have waited for those little things before I started hopping on the mattresses. But anyway, yeah, our bodies are too old and broken down where we can't just roll up to Costco and get a decent mattress anymore for like a couple $100. It's not where we're at in life, and our bodies need something better. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now, is trying to find a good solid mattress that works well for both of us. I'm a memory foam, Tempur-Pedic, whatever you want to call it, type guy. I love those beds when they first came out. And this is coming from a dude who didn't. The last bed that I owned, well, I take that back. I did have an actual Tempur-Pedic bed before I met my wife back in the day that I ended up selling when things in my life didn't go well. Like I had to part ways with a lot of my stuff. But anyways, and then before that, I didn't really have a bed. I had whatever the military gave me in that retrospect. And then I had specifically a water bed growing up as a kid. I don't know if any of you have ever had a water bed, but what a pain in the ass. And I don't know why in my brain thought owning a water bed was a good idea. Because water beds are not a good idea. So I don't know if anybody's ever else had a water bed, but those things are terrible. I don't know why I thought they were the coolest thing to have a water bed. My parents had water beds. Me and my sister had water beds. And it was a nightmare to get those things cleaned. If you wanted to move your bed around, like, it's such a pain. And if they broke, like you're dealing with chaos. So, and if you lived like on a second floor apartment type thing and you gotta like carry this, it's such a pain. So I'm glad we don't own a water bed. Yeah. What's up, Joseph? Thanks for hopping in, bro. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm just talking about owning a water bed back in the day. Oh man, I'm so glad it's gone. I don't know what the heck, I don't know where in my mind did I think a waterbed was a good idea. My parents had them, that's why. And they said, these are the best beds ever, so we're getting you guys waterbeds. So they bought us waterbeds. And I hated that thing after a while. It was just not a good bed. And they weren't very comfortable. Like, I don't get, like, it's like squishing around, like making noises when you move around, and they just weren't, yeah. I'm so glad those days are gone, man. But anyway, so now, we got this Tempur-Pedic thing and we've rotated it a few times, and I think we're gonna rotate it again before we get a new mattress. But yeah, so that's where we're at in life. That's kind of what we've been processing the last week or so, is just mattress shopping, and it's been fun, talking to my wife and cracking up over these things. And yeah, I guess the moral of the story is don't buy a waterbed. That's the moral of this story. And my dad's probably listening to this. He remembers those waterbeds and what a pain in the butt those things were. I don't even know if he liked the waterbed. It's probably something my mom liked, but maybe he did. I don't know. Those things weren't good. I didn't like it. I definitely don't want to get one of those ever again or even see. I don't even think they make them anymore. Maybe they do. I got to look that up to see if waterbeds are still in production and if anybody owns them. That's a particular person. Still own a waterbed. That's a particular person. I want to talk to that person. But yeah. We even had this vacuum cleaner that you put water in called a rainbow vacuum cleaner. Like, I remember that thing too. That thing was a pain in the ass too. Like this thing, and I'm not knocking anybody who owns rainbows or anything. I used to own a Rainbow, and a Kirby. I had a Kirby, and I got suckered into that deal, like fresh out of the military, young kid. I financed a vacuum cleaner. Like, that is so dumb. I'm not saying it's dumb. So if you finance stuff, like, I'm not saying it's dumb. For me, it was a dumb purchase. I got suckered in because at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, this vacuum cleaner cost me like $4,000. It was like, that's how much I paid for this dang vacuum cleaner. I'm like, ugh. And the guy was so good at his job. Like, he was changing light bulbs with this thing, and he was like, showing me how much dirt it's picking up. And it had like the same people who built the Porsche motors on Porsches built the motorized motor in Kirby vacuums. And that was like, okay, I'm sold. When he like started changing light bulbs and it came with like a back massager, it's like, sign me up. However, what do I got to pay? Like, let me just sign on the dotted line. And I got suckered. Like, that should be against the law to like sucker young men with like no credit in life, and the first thing they finance is a vacuum cleaner. That was so crazy, And I was adamant through all my relationships, like, the vacuum's coming with me. I don't care. Like, we can break up. You can take everything else that you own in life. You're not touching this vacuum cleaner. Like, I paid $4,000 for this thing. It's part of me now. It's gonna live. It's gonna live with me forever. You're not touching my vacuum cleaner. Like, even in divorce paperwork, I've been married. I'm on my third marriage. So if you need relationship advice, come talk to me. But I'm just saying, like, even in the divorce paperwork, I was very adamant that nobody touched my Kirby vacuum cleaner. Like, I will fight tooth and nail. You could take the kids, you could do all this stuff. You're not touching my Kirby vacuum cleaner. I'm glad those days are over. What was I even talking about? Oh, yeah, mattresses. So, yeah, me and my wife, we went to a Saatva store, which was kind of fun. Tested out mattresses, and I think we have a good idea. But as I was saying, we're two different sleepers, and we like two different styles of beds. She likes soft, pillowy top beds, and I think she likes the Tempur-Pedic stuff too. So we agree on that. I think we're going to go with another Tempur-Pedic memory foam style mattress again. But I like it to be hard as a rock. Like, I like a very firm mattress. She's like, why don't you just sleep on the floor then? And I was like, but I like a firm mattress. She likes a very pillowy top, sleeping on a cloud kind of mattress, like very, like, you sink in. But yeah, so we tested out a few. I think we found ones that we can compromise on and we like. So we're excited. We just got to do some research, and she's going to talk to her chiropractor. Like, this guy's making family decisions for us now. This chiropractor, I've never met him, but he's like, my wife's like, we need this, we need that. Like, it's like, who is this guy? Why is he making like family decisions? Like, I don't. Now we're getting a new bed, but it's all good. We needed one anyway because it's kind of lost its comfort. And it wasn't very expensive. I think we got it on Wayfair. It's a Wayfair mattress, so we didn't spend, maybe $500-600 for this thing at the time. Which, to me, like, honestly, I've never spent that much on a mattress before, so now we're talking a little bit more zeros there. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, our bodies are way too old. Dude, having a mattress company sponsor you, like, I'm hearing, like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I hear all these podcast channels, they talk about the Helix mattress. So my mind was fixated on that. Like, why don't we get a Helix? They seem to have good mattresses from what I've heard. But you never know. At the end of the day, it's kind of nice to actually go to a store and try them out, give them a whirl, and see how you like them. It was kind of nice to go to this store. My wife does have a homie hookup, so that might come into play. Like, we might be able to get some discounts there, which I would hope that is the case. I don't want to speak out of place, but if that happens, that would be amazing to get a hookup that way. I don't want to get anybody in trouble or anything. I mean, not doing anything illegal. Why do I feel so guilty all of a sudden? But anyway, like, that's just, yeah, getting a discount would be nice. And but I've heard stuff about Helix. I heard stuff about Casper, which that one ranked pretty high on the, but those are still kind of expensive. Sleep Number, like I think my mom has a Sleep Number bed. Like the thing weighs like 5,000 pounds, but she has one of those beds. My dad just got a new mattress. I don't know what kind of mattress he got, but we actually went to a furniture store and he picked out a mattress that he likes. So, but yeah, I mean, this is where I am in life now, talking about mattresses. Boy, where did where did my life end up? It's so fun. It's kind of fun to me. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been dealing with this last week. What else? Yeah, I want to talk about something. I'm going to go to my dad's after this to go help him with some stuff. Got to take care of your parents, man. So going to go help my dad with some stuff after this live. But I'm kind of going through something. I'm a coach for Celebrate Recovery. And, at the end of the day, you can't make everybody happy. As much as you try, you have a good heart, you try to do the right thing, you try to, right the ship when you steer it off course a little. Like, that's just part of leadership. It's just part of being a leader. It's just part of being a coach. Like, those things happen. And right now I'm dealing with something where somebody's not happy. They feel very frustrated, and it's valid. Like, I'm not trying to discredit how they feel about the situation. I didn't appreciate some of his approach on how he's handling the situation and the things that he said. So I'm reflecting on it. It's really easy for me to go right into defense mode. I mean, it's taken me a lot of therapy and a lot of healing to work through that piece of not getting defensive, because that's where I instantly go. It's like, oh, you want to go there? Let's go. So you can't do that. And I don't want to do that. I want to meet this guy where he's at and just kind of hear him out. I don't have to agree with him, and I don't have to be persuaded or bullied into thinking that what he's saying is truth. Like, I have to really evaluate where he's coming from. From what I'm feeling from him, and I like this dude. This dude's a cool dude. I've had lunch with him a couple times. Really value him as a person. He does have strong opinions, which is okay. We're all uniquely different in this world. So, but I'm just in this position, getting blasted how I feel. And I'm even sounding like I'm taking a defensive stance here. He's voicing and venting to me his frustrations, and I'm reflecting on it. And part of me gets defensive in some of the verbiage that he uses. But it's man, it's so rough to take a minute and just be okay, let me just meet this guy where he's at, listen to him, and formulate a plan moving forward so we get to a resolution. Because I enjoy this guy being part of the team and him serving, and I don't want him to feel like he has to walk away because he's not being heard or validated in any sense. I'll validate what needs to be validated, but I'm not going to agree to everything that he's kind of throwing out there, because how I'm perceiving him communicating to me is he's already built a case. What? He has this case, and he's already built ammunition to go to war. And I just don't, that to me just is a posture of, I don't know, entitlement, or, you think you're better than, or whatever the case may be. That's just where my mind goes. Not saying he's like that, but that just is how it sounds from the position that I am in receiving these messages from him on how he's communicating with me. And it's is this really gonna, and I want to meet the guy in person. I'm supposed to meet him in person, and we're gonna discuss these things and come to a resolution, I hope. I'm hoping that's the goal. The goal is to get to where we both can agree, there's things that I can own that happened, And there's things that, we can talk about that he feels frustrated about that hopefully we can work out. But so I've been dealing with that as well. It's been taking up some space in my head, and I'm just like, oh boy. And this is coming off a time where I was sick, and it's just, yeah. So that's where I'm at with that. And again, I feel grateful that I'm in a position where I can lead others and coach others and have the trust in my leadership to be in this position to where I can help, navigate these types of things. And it's good for me, and it helps me because it makes me feel as if, I'm not owning anything. Like, this is just me fostering a healthy team. And that's kind of where I want to be, even in my own life. Like, I don't want to be in this place where this is mine, and like I'm holding it, and like it needs to be one way, and I need control. Like, I don't want to be in that place. I want to be able to like just nurture things and foster things and be a beacon of maybe advice or some sound judgment or and maybe learn something myself. And that's just kind of where I'm at. But it's a good thing. But it is also weighs on you too, because to be honest, it's like you do take it personally to a degree because it's, you're a coach, a leader, but yeah. So I'm not trying to take it too personal, and I'm not trying to get defensive, and I want to be a good steward of where I'm at and help foster this and help meet him where he's at so we can get to a resolution. And I don't know if we would get there if it was the old Jason, like getting defensive and throwing back, slinging mud, as you would say, and doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, that's the other thing that I've been kind of going through. And hopefully we get to a resolution. And I've been praying about it and talking to God about it and, feeling good, knowing the areas that I got to own and being receptive to hearing him out for the areas that he feels frustrated. So, but yeah. This week, just been, working on a bunch of edits. Had a couple shoots this week. It was kind of cool. Did something for the Arizona Chamber of Commerce, which was a lot of fun. They did a civics bee, which was really cool. So, it's scary because these, 5th, 6th graders are there doing the civics bee, knowing more about civics than I probably know now in my life, which is scary. Like all these, 3 branches of the government, and what does each branch do, and all this stuff, and they're like throwing out like Supreme Court cases and stuff, and you're just like, I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. So it's pretty intense, but it was a lot of fun, and it was eye-opening, and it just makes me feel, proud that these young kids were like in this realm, because that's like our future right there, and it's like these guys are solid, and they knew a lot of cool stuff, and they had processes and ideas, and they were formulating plans to help fix some things in their communities. And it's like, man, there was no way I was like that as a kid. I would never, I was like a punk, man. And I'm just like thinking, man, I hope, Judah and Rama and my other kid, like my other kids are adults now, but, there's Rama and Judah. Hopefully they have this aspirations to want to be, fixtures in the community and do good things like that. I was just like kind of blown away by that and felt kind of inspired, but also felt really dumb because I was like, I don't know any of the stuff that they're talking about. But yeah, it was fun. So got to do that shoot, which was a blast. And then I'm editing, some stuff for Sub-Zero, doing this video, and Sub-Zero's a cool company. Sub-Zero, Cove, and Wolf. We're building some assets for them to use on their social medias and stuff, and it's been a lot of fun working on those videos as well. So been heavily in that. So yeah, things at Small Giants are going really good. Yeah. So that's pretty much where my week's been since the last time we chatted. And yeah, and like every Sunday I go live like this and I tell everybody what's going on in my life. I'm at 950 subscribers, maybe even a little more now, which is amazing. Like I'm almost to 1,000, which feels so awesome to be that close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. I just need to get like 49 more or something like that, which is amazing. It just blows me away. And to have a community like this to where people are tuning in and watching the videos and leaving comments and engaging with the things that I create just feels really good. It's therapeutic for me. I mean, I use a lot of what I create as journaling in a sense, you know, so it's a lot of fun. And I get so much joy at going back to my old videos and seeing what I'm talking about and sharing and things like that is really awesome. So I'm excited that I got that many subscribers, you know, already. And it's been a long road, man. It's like I'm not one of those who grew fast, you know. I've been fighting tooth and nail to get every single subscriber that I have. That's how I feel. I mean, and it hasn't been fast growth for me, you know. And that, I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me feels awesome because it's like, not that somebody who has fast growth doesn't earn it, but it just feels like, man, I've really put in the work and I'm grinding these things out to get every single subscriber. And just, I don't know, they say that's how you want to build your community. It's like that's important, but I don't know. I mean, I just enjoy creating stuff and putting it out there and sharing my life because I love the community aspect of, you know, working with you guys and sharing time with you. Like now, you know, Joseph and Joe Schmo hopped on here, and sometimes Ronald Rises hops on here, and David, and just a lot of cool people that I've met, you know, that I get a lot of motivation from. So, yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, I go live every Sunday. I dive into the back end of my YouTube, go over the analytics and see how the channel's performing. I'm excited because I got 951 subscribers, I think, now. So that's awesome. And can't wait to hit 1,000. I got to do something special for that. And I'm going to think about that, and it's going to be really thoughtful. And so I'm excited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop over to my analytics and get this ball party started. Enough about my waterbed, mattress, Kirby vacuum stories. Those are, yeah, that's funny. I kind of forgot about those things. 954? Woo! That's awesome, Joe. We're cranking, man. And Joe Schmo's been with me like since day one almost. Like he's been a huge supporter way back in the day. Yeah, so that's awesome. He's seen some growth to the channel, and all my videos have kind of gone through ebbs and flows of weirdness. Like I don't know, I've done all kinds of videos, you know. I don't really have a niche, and I just half the time I don't even know what I'm talking. I don't mean to say that. I do know what I'm talking about, but half the time there's no like. My stories live in my head, and sometimes it's when I get them out, I don't know if they make sense to other people, but I definitely have fun doing them. So, and I thank each and every one of you who have subscribed and come along with me being a part of it. So, all right, let's hop over to the analytics. So I'm gonna minimize this, go to my MacBook, hit picture in picture, put me down at the bottom, and then open up YouTube. I'm already open. That's right. All right, and then I'm gonna go over to, where do I go? YouTube Studio. There we go. Blow this bad boy up. 954, man. That is so cool. Man, that's awesome. That fires me up right there. All right, let's go into analytics. Here we are. I got to get this ball rolling so I can go to my dad's. All right, here's what the channel's done in the last 28 days. And this is what I consider the top 3. I got views, I got watch time, and I got subscribers. So 12,600 views, 114 watch hours, and 22 subscribers. That's so freaking cool. Like, you just don't even know. I guess so. Well, you do know. You're you're tuning in, so you know. All right. Now I like to compare it week by week. So I'll compare this past week to the previous week. So I have to go up here into custom view, and then I go down to the 13th because I can't do the 14th. So I go 13th into a week, that week. And then I hit apply. Boom. Now this is a big week for a channel like mine. To have 4,000 views, 36 watch hours, and 8 subscribers in a week is pretty big. That's big for me. So that feels good. And I haven't really posted a new video in a while. I've been posting these lives and some shorts of the lives. A little cheat thing that I'm doing there to just keep the algorithm going on the channel is I chop my long form lives into shorts and post them. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and it's kind of been keeping the channel going. I do need to create videos. I need to get back to that, but I'm in this creative rut. I don't need to get into it. I've already done a video on it, so that's just where I'm at, but I'll get there. I know I will get there. So, all right, let's get into the analytics. Now let's compare it. So in order to compare, I got to go up to advanced mode here, and then I go into add comparison, and then I go period over period, and I hit add. All right, and then blue is this week, purple is the previous week. So the last couple weeks, I've had some pretty cool weeks. I mean, 8,000 views in 2 weeks is pretty good for a channel like mine, which is awesome. So, yeah, I got 4,349 this week, 4,166 the previous week. Now let's go to watch hours, and I'm just comparing the top 3. Now watch hours, I got 36.5 this week, and I got 34.3 the previous, which is cool. And these are all the videos below are the videos that help get this number where it is. Same thing as on the views. And then subscribers, same thing. Let's go to subscribers. I got 8 this week, which is huge, and 4 last week, which is huge too. So that's freaking awesome. And hopefully I keep getting some more subscribers to reach that 1,000. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, this might help me get through that creative rut and start really formulating some video ideas. I kind of have one ruminating in my head. I just got to flush it out. Sometimes you got to flush these things out, but I'm flushing. Not like a toilet, but maybe like a toilet. It's flushing, ruminating in there, and I'll flush it out. That sounds so dumb. All right, here we go. Now that's everything that I like to compare, and then I'll remove comparison and I'll kind of geek out on some other stuff that I find fascinating. So I go into, where do I go? Oh, I go into geography. Boom. This is where everybody's tuning in from. So we got United States all the way to Poland. We got all kinds of cool countries in here. Canada, United Kingdom, India, Indonesia, Germany, Australia, Netherlands. This has been the fixture for the past couple weeks. These countries right here, which I find super awesome. We got Italy, Turkey, Ireland, Denmark, Poland. This is awesome. Yeah. All right. Now I want to go to viewer age. 13 to 17-year-olds to 45 to 54. Ooh, no olders. That's interesting. So the oldest is my age group tuning in. That's fascinating. So I got something to say about that at the end. I'll talk about something here in a minute. But so yeah, 13 to 17-year-olds to 45, 54, 25 to 34-year-olds being the biggest piece of that pie. Now let's go to viewer gender. Little increase, not by much, but 79% male, 21% female viewership, which makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense or not. Does it really matter? I don't know. I like looking at it just to see. I don't do anything with this information. I just like looking at it. Kind of gives me thoughts and like something to reflect on. Like, why do I have such a male viewership? Do I need to curtail things? I'm not probably going to curtail anything. I'm just going to continue to keep creating the way I'm creating, doing these lives the way that I'm doing them. I'm not really, I don't change much. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't want to be a square peg trying to fit in a round hole. Like, I just want to be me and create what I create, be authentic to who I am, reflect on things, and I don't get things right all the time, and we'll get into that after this. But anyway, let's go. Let's go into device type. Here we are, mobile phone, always the top. Then we got computer, tablet, TV, and then operating system, Android, still on top. And these are all the other devices that are people. I think it's so cool that a couple people watch from a Nintendo Switch. I'm looking at getting one of those for my son too, because we got this, I don't know what it is. My wife was talked into buying this cube thing for the kids, and that thing is a pain in the butt to try to use. The games really aren't that cool. I don't know. It just doesn't seem fun. I see so many people with Switches and having fun. You see the smile on their faces. They look like, and it's really cool. So I think that's the play. My son's about to turn 6 on the end of the month, so I'm excited for him. My daughter turns 3 on the 16th. We got 2 June babies, so we're going to have a party at the end of the month for both of them. And yeah, so maybe looking at getting a Nintendo Switch for him. I haven't really thought about it, but might be the plan. So get a decent gaming system for that guy. So yeah, but it's funny. I'll finish this up and we'll talk a couple more little stories before I end. Well, that's it. That's pretty much all I like to go over. The top performing videos for this week are, this spicy habanero wings video I did short, talked about that. That one's got 322 views in a week. That one's blowing back up again. That's fun. And a couple more videos that are older videos are starting to get traction. That to me is motivating. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, all right. Let's get back to out of here. Let me pop this back open. If you're in the chat, I can't see the chat, so I do apologize, but let me pop this back. See, yo, what's up, David? Thanks for hopping in, man. Let me get out of this. Off. All right, thanks for hopping in, David. Greatly appreciate you, brother. All right, I'm gonna send you a message later. We need to talk. I have an idea for a video and us doing a little collaboration. So, all right. And what was I gonna say? Oh, story time. I'll make this fast because I got to get out of here and go help my dad. Funny thing. So, in these analytics and looking at analytics, I did a video, and it was kind of like a clickbaity type. I knew I was gonna push somebody anyway. I said it like maybe 3 weeks ago. I did this thing where I talked about men looking at this woman's, when she did her analytics, she noticed that all her kids got all these views from these men things where she was, showing herself or other things, even her in a bikini, like got no views, which I agree. Like, so I chopped that thing up to what I said like 3 weeks ago and did a little short, and it was kind of maybe a negative post, or a thought-provoking post, and I think, and this is me just sharing my thoughts on it, not that I'm being, recant or anything or say what I did was wrong. Maybe I should have put more context in there. The context was the video that my wife was explaining to me was based upon, unfortunately, the same reason I've kind of stopped putting my kids on my YouTube stuff is because we've noticed, like in statistics and things that they've shown, predators are using social media platforms to target kids. I mean, that's just the facts. And I don't have to explain that. It's just what it is. And I think this is what the woman was alluding to, but how I kind of posted the video, it was more so like saying like, oh, men are evil, looking at children, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I don't mean to sound dismissive. I can see how the video probably sounded that way. Like, this is why our society is broken. It's because men are being pinned as sickos and things like this because they watch kids. Like, I don't think that's the case. I mean, I prefer watching kids playing and having fun and seeing that kind of content versus a woman in a bikini, because I got no business watching a woman in a bikini run around, and I get that. I understand that. I think where my heart is, and it's all based on perspective. My perspective is I have an older daughter that was impacted by being violated by her step-grandfather, and that's bad. And there's some sick guys out there. There's sick women out there too. I've talked about that as well. I've been involved in that situation before. So I'm not saying it's a man-woman thing, but statistics show it's primarily men that are doing these terrible things to kids, and it's sad. And I think the video is more so in that line, not trying to pin it's wrong to watch kids on YouTube or to see kid content and be excited, because my son watches all kinds of fun. I watch my son watch content on YouTube, and it's a dad and a son having fun playing with toys, playing video games, all that stuff. Lights out, good stuff, enjoy it. And I guess my algorithm would show the same thing. Like, I watch a lot of kid content, but it doesn't me, especially because my son's tied to my YouTube channel too. But I don't want to ever sound like I'm trying to pin society against men. And if I came across like that, wasn't my intent. My wife shared something with me about what this woman did on her analytics, and that's kind of, my perspective, my story goes that it's happened to me in my life, so I have a different view about the situation and things that I've learned from a therapist, talking about my daughter when she went to therapy and things like that. Like, yeah, it's like, it's terrible, but don't want to pin the world against men because they like watching kid videos or whatever the case may be. Don't want to be that guy that's saying that. So if that came across in my last short, I'm sorry. So making an apology. Not that I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but I am going to say that that wasn't my intent to do that, to pit anybody against men for watching whatever. Because me personally, I don't want to watch a woman in a bikini. I'm a married man who has young kids, and I have no business watching a woman run around in a bikini. I just don't. I don't find that interesting. So I get that. And it's kind of how the video sounded, like, oh, you watch kids' videos versus a woman in a bikini. I guess it was kind of misleading in a sense. So, okay, glad that's over with. What else was I going to say? So my son, that felt awkward to talk about, but got it out there. Feel better now. Sometimes I got to make amends for things, and you just got to do that. You know, I'm not right about things, and I misspeak all the time. And then when you find yourself misspeaking, you got to correct it and apologize and just be real about it and not sugarcoat anything and just, yeah, say what you feel about it, and that's that. I don't like pedos. I don't put my kids on social media anymore because, I mean, YouTube, because I don't have any other real social media, but I'm not putting my kids in my videos anymore because of it. That's how concerning it is with the statistics and things like that. So, not against people that do. I'm not saying that you can't put your kids on there, because there's a lot of great wholesome videos out there, and just as much as there's evil people in the world, there's just, you know, there's kind-hearted, loving people in the world too, and this is what the community is supposed to be about, is people loving on each other in a good way, sharing happiness and joy, and spreading that versus negative crap, which kind of where my video kind of was in the realm of. So didn't mean to be like that. So, but what was I going to say next? Oh, so my son and my daughter both have, my son has found out about texting. So he texts from his iPad now. He doesn't have a phone or anything like that, but he can text. And so he's been blowing up my phone with text messages. Boom, 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 boom. And just like berating me with tons and tons and tons of text messages, all silly things. And his laugh is so precious and priceless. Like, he just laughs for like 20 minutes about a text message that he sends. He like sent me a poop emoji, and he was just like laughing nonstop for like 20 minutes, and it just was hilarious to me that he got so much joy out of that. Yeah, to be young and just excited about a text message. And then they also have found out about Alexa and Siri and all this stuff. So they've been, you know, and my son wants to have ChatGPT now and like all these things. It's just so fascinating. And they spent literally, no joke, Friday, they spent the entire day talking to Alexa. I don't even know what they were saying. My wife was like, they were in there talking to Alexa all day, because we got one of those little Alexa devices, just nonstop. And it could be concerning. Like, man, like, are they developing a relationship with Alexa? Like, they already kind of feel like she's part of the family in a weird way. Like, they're talking to her, like sharing things with her, and it's just like, oh boy, where is this gonna go? I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of fun, seeing them kind of interact with, you know, technology and AI in a sense. And I mean, it's here, so it was kind of fun watching them, you know, talk to Alexa, and hearing the responses that Alexa gave were kind of funny too. So, all right, I think I binged your guys' ears enough. I got to get out of here. Thank you guys so much. Excited to be, you know, doing these lives. I'm grateful that I'm able to do them. Happy to be here. Happy to share time with you. You know, Joe Schmo, Joseph, David, thank you guys so much for hopping into the chat and tuning in. Greatly appreciate you guys. You know, I do. I appreciate you guys, each one of you. You guys are awesome. And all the ones that tune in, like Ronald Rises and Big Cook, and like a lot of other, Josh Diaz, like all these other people, Trey Lee, like tons of people give me lots of love and support, and I appreciate you guys. Like, you guys motivate me a lot. You guys motivate me. I'm forgetting somebody. Who am I forgetting? Yeah. It'll come to me. There's a lot of you out there that I tune into and I comment. Adam from The Growing Pro, thank you so much too. You're a solid dude. Appreciate you. And then, yeah, I'm grateful and glad that the channel's kind of got a little uptick to it. It's always exciting when the channel starts getting a little upticks. It's fun, and hopefully hit 1,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll do it before the end of this year. I don't know. It'll be cool. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it happen. But 49 more to go, or 40, what is it? 46 more to go, man. That's awesome. Yeah. And all right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you. And with that, I will catch you on the next one. Yeah. Here we are. Medium mattress with a plywood. What is he talking about? Now I gotta clean up. Am I still on? How do I keep doing this? What am I not hitting? I'm still. All right. Apparently, I'm still on. All right. Yeah. Well, let me figure out how to turn this thing off. Oh, Bobby J. I knew it would come to me. And Bobby J, my boy Bobby J, Nick. Yeah, solid dude too. He freaking is funny. You want to listen to somebody who's good with the camera and super funny, go check out Bobby J Nick's channel. That dude, yeah, I knew I was forgetting somebody. Gotta give love to Bobby J Nick. I don't even know if I'm saying his last name. Bobby J, you know. Dude's hilarious. And he's a solid camera guy and storyteller. Yeah. Anyway, let me just stop streaming. How do I do this every time? It's such a weird. I'm using OBS, and it's not like there's auto stop, and then there's this start. Hopefully I get it right. This one.